Um, so how does that affect? You said that there are people who, you haven't worked with, or brands don't approach you because they understand this sort of relationship. What would you then be looking for? So people who might be starting out, people who might be, looking to follow your path, what sort of priorities would you have when looking for brand partnerships, or what values do you look for? Is there like a thing in your mind that ये दो तीन check marks होने चाहिए?
आई थिंक पाकिस्तानी ब्रांड्स में इतना ज्यादा ये नहीं होता, बट अभी मेरे लिए एक ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है दैट इट शुड हैव बी अ लिटिल लो इम्पैक्ट ऑन द एनवायरनमेंट.
Yeah.
ऑब्वियसली सब कुछ ये थोड़ा सा हम लोग परफॉर्मेटिवली भी बोलते हैं, बिकॉज आई
Yeah.
थिंक आजकल के जमाने में देयर इज नो वे टू नो कितना लो इम्पैक्ट है. एंड तो बट जितना विजिबली हो सकता है वो मेरे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. यू नो लाइक समवन वाज जस्ट सेंडिंग मी समथिंग व्हिच हैड अ लॉट ऑफ प्लास्टिक पैकेजिंग, बहुत ज्यादा थी उसके अंदर, and it wasn't even recyclable and all of that. So मैंने उसको उसी बेसिस पे मना कर दिया, because it was, even though I really liked the idea behind it, यहाँ का brand था, तो which doesn't apply to Pakistan because वहाँ तो
कॉन्सेप्ट
different
ही
है
नहीं है.
थोड़ा.
या
Sorry.
कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं है
हाँ,
पाकिस्तान
कॉन्सेप्ट
में तो
नहीं
अभी.
है.
या
एंड थोड़ा सा वो भी इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हाट्स अवेलेबल. फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे आई थिंक खैर पाकिस्तान में भी है, जैसे मैंने देखा एक दो लोगों के, जैसे मील्स अक्सर आते हैं आपके, जो वीकली सब्सक्रिप्शन टाइप सर्विसेज होती हैं. आज ही मैंने एक पोस्ट भी किया था जिस which all of it is recyclable stuff, but there was something else similar to it which was not, so I said no to it. But जिस तरह मैंने पाकिस्तान में देखा कि आते हैं, but there's lots of eco packaging also now available, but इतनी widespread नहीं हुई है. But खैर anyway, that's like an extra point, but that's something I look for कि you know at least
राइट.
थोड़ा low impact हो in that way. um Second वो ये कि it shouldn't be something which is harmful, like I wouldn't ever like a tobacco or उस तरह का कोई product. I wouldn't, even if it was, let's say, associated with something separately, like अगर जैसे किसी cooking show पे भी कोई sponsor हो for like a brand which I don't personally agree with, in a way I wouldn't even talk about that cooking show. Like अगर उसका नाम ऐसा होगा, just an example, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं, but just saying.
मैं पूछने वाला था.
That's the only thing I could come up with.
Yeah.
But that's one thing, at least something which I will naturally use, or something that I naturally want to try. Like हर जरूरी नहीं है हर चीज मैं already use करती हूँ, even though lifestyle में I think it's very easy because most of the things we already use, like if it's a detergent or a toothpaste or clothing ho gayi or anything, they're very easy to incorporate. Most of the things you've already used, so it's either like a new version of it, or they just want to like market it more or reach out to a bigger audience. But if it's a new product, then I try to see कि वो क्या है, and you know कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा तो नहीं है. And मेकअप प्रोडक्ट है तो आई देन यूज इट फॉर अ वाइल. स्किन केयर होता है तो आई टेल देम कि यू नो 2-3 हफ्ते आप मेरे पास छोड़ दें, मैं देखूंगी. तो लोग, इट्स वेरी नाइस, पीपल विल आल्सो आस्क यू नो. अभी रिसेंटली एक बंदी क्या, उसने बोला आर यू रेडी फॉर इट, लाइक व्हाट डिड यू थिंक आफ्टर 3 वीक्स. सो आई टेक दैट टाइम एंड स्टफ, व्हिच आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्शियस इन्फ्लुएंसर्स आल्सो डू, व्हिच इज नाइस. एंड आई थिंक वो ये कि ब्रांड आपको मिले जो अंडरस्टैंड करता हो. ये a lot of them have very harsh timelines. ये भी मैं मना कर देती हूँ. If someone is asking 2 दिन में दो, so on a principle basis as well, sometimes I say no, even if I have the time, because I feel like the system will never change if I don't push back. A lot of things I've pushed back over the years, and I think thoda I'm in a place of privilege as well because I already make money. I can't expect a very small time smaller influencer to push back on this. They will have to say yes to some things.
You
So
take
now
what you
that I
get,
am in
sort
that
of.
place, yeah. So I have to put, तो ये timelines, low impact हो, प्रोडक्ट सही हो, ये चीजें, लाइक आई हैव नॉट अ स्पेसिफिक चेकलिस्ट, बट अब इतने एक्सपीरियंस के बाद देखते ही अंदाजा हो जाता है कि इसमें ये इशू है, ये नहीं है. सो
Is the
अभी
audience?
जैसे मैंने अपनी एक, I was just saying, I took out this product collection with a brand which was like my own collection with them. So I mean, जैसे it was a leather product. So सबसे पहली चीज जो मैंने उनसे यही पूछी, that you know what is the manufacturing like. I read up on all of leather production. I read up on vegan leather, कि यार vegan leather तो नहीं है ये, तो shouldn't we have that. And उसका फिर मुझे पता लगा for the first time that that's अब और भी actually leather के plastic, exactly. So it's actually, in terms of leather, it's the choice between whether you want to use genuine or whether you want to have an impact on the environment. So it's really no. And then the choice with leather that I understood that you make is कि you know it needs to be properly like the right tanned leather. जितनी कोशिश आप कर सको कि it should be a byproduct of you know meat production. Again, that doesn't make it okay, but I think real genuine leather, when made right with the right as in the right aspects, it can last you for a while. So it's a much more sustainable choice
Yeah,
than.
yeah. People don't think about in like these very reductive sort of is this good or is this bad kind of conversations. There's like so many
Hmm.
variables behind
हाँ, बहुत
choices.
हाँ. And I wouldn't even argue with someone if someone told me, you're wrong. I'd be like, I understand, because
Yeah.
it's got many aspects to it. So
Hmm.
what I was saying was that, I went into all of those things, even though, having a collection at this level, जब नहीं है देसी influencer space में के collection आपके लिए कोई brand बनाना चाह रहा हो, तो you want to say yes regardless, right? But ये सारी चीजें फिर luckily the brand is also like उनकी already a process is in place. It's not like I made them do it, but it was good for me. I felt it was important from my end to investigate it also,
Right.
and just making sure, कि I checked कि अच्छा आपकी wages का structure क्या है, all of that. These things don't really impact me. I could have just put the product out there,
Yeah.
but I wanted to make sure कि अगर मैं जिस जगह पे हूँ, मैं वहां पीछे जाके उसको पूछ तो सकूं कि are people paid fair? Nobody would have asked me these questions, but I think it's important to ask. If you're in the industry, you can kind of impact certain things by asking these questions.
Yeah.
Even if, let's say, we hadn't done it and I had asked these questions and the brand was not fitting on these, they would at least know that ye questions kisi ne puche the.
Yeah.
So, that's how I think change happens. So
I
these
was
things
going to
basically.
ask, is your audience now